a world much like our own. Until hunger became stronger than heroism.
7, 6, 11, 5, 9 and 20 miles a day.
It all began with hope. Dr. Hank Pym, after decades of searching, entered the quantum realm to rescue his long-lost wife, Janet Van Dyne, a reunion he had dreamed of for years. But what he found was no reunion at all.
Moving up and down again.
Janet carried something back with her, a virus, unlike any this world had ever seen.
There's no discharge in the war.
It was microscopic, invisible, and it turned hunger into an unstoppable infection. When Janet returned, so did the hunger, and Earth's fall began.
7, 6, 11, 5, 4, 17, 32 the day before.
Bruce Banner was the first to witness the nightmare. He fell from the stars, crashing into the Sanctum Sanctorum, just as he did in our timeline, to warn the Avengers of Thanos' arrival. But there were no Avengers waiting for him. Instead, the streets were empty, silent, and when Bruce looked closer, he realized Earth's mightiest heroes had already fallen. Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Wong, all consumed. And worse, they still had their powers. Avengers turned predators, using their strength, their magic, their weapons, not to save the world, but to hunt. From certain death, Bruce was rescued, not by the Avengers, but by the last survivors. Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp, Spider-Man, still clinging to optimism even as the world collapsed. Okoye, Wakanda's fearless warrior. Bucky Barnes, hardened by war and loss. Sharon Carter, fighting without pause. And Happy Hogan, still cracking jokes in the darkest of days. This broken team clung to one fragile mission, a faint signal from Camp Lehigh, a promise of a cure if they could make it there alive. Their journey led them to Grand Central Station, but the station was no escape. It was an ambush. Zombie Falcon swept down from above, tearing into the group. Then Hawkeye's arrows rained from the shadows. One arrow, one bite, one life lost. Happy Hogan fell first, bitten, gone. Then Sharon, devoured by Captain America himself. And in that moment, Bucky faced his cruelest test. His oldest friend, Steve Rogers, turned into a monster. With the shield that once symbolized hope, Bucky struck Steve down, slicing him in half. When the train stalled, the team had only one way forward. The Wasp, she grew to giant size, clearing a path through the swarm, buying her friends a chance. Because she knew the truth, the infection was already inside her. At last, they reached Camp Lehigh, and there they found Vision. The Mind Stone glowing on his forehead was the key. Its energy repelled the virus. It could even reverse it. Scott Lang, reduced to nothing but a head inside a jar, was living proof, still alive, still talking. For a moment, there was hope, until the survivors discovered Vision's darkest truth. Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, had turned, and even Vision, with all his power, could not cure her. She was too strong, too dangerous, too consumed by hunger. So Vision chose the only path left. He fed her. Innocents were lured to Camp Lehigh, offered up to keep Wanda's hunger at bay, a sin Vision could no longer live with. So he made his final choice. Redemption. He ripped the Mind Stone from his own forehead, handing the survivors their one chance to save what little remained of the world. But Wanda broke free, and when the Scarlet Witch unleashed her fury, Bruce Banner unleashed the Hulk. The Green Giant clashed with the Queen of the Dead in a monster's battle, holding her back while the survivors fled. Spider-Man, T'Challa, rescued but broken, and Scott Lang's floating head. Three unlikely heroes, carrying the last spark of hope toward Wakanda. They believed Wakanda would be salvation, a cure, a final stand. But salvation was only an illusion, because beyond Wakanda's walls stood Thanos, already turned, already hungry, and on his hand, a nearly complete infinity gauntlet. That was the last image burned into our minds. But the story doesn't end there. The hunger spreads, the dead return, and the question is simple. Who will stand against destiny when destiny is already dead?